Dear student, today we will study the circulation. Yes, circulation means the transport of the blood throughout the body. Now that is called as the circulation, or the flow of blood throughout the body, that is called as the circulation. Now in animal, the circulations now is of two types. दोन प्रकारचे सर्क्युलेशन्स आहेत. Now open circulation, and second one is closed circulation. Yes, what is meant by the open circulation? Open circulation, that is the blood circulated through the body cavity. Yes, what is open circulation? The blood which is flow or which is circulated through the body cavity. This body cavity, that is called as the hemopores. That means within the open circulation, now the blood which comes out from the blood vessels at certain places, now these places, that is called as the sinuses. What are these? That is the sinuses. Now in this case, within the open circulation, the visceral organ or the body part, now they lie in the blood filled cavity. That means the body organ, now they bath in the blood. Is it clear? Now second, within the open circulation, now the exchange of material, now which is takes place directly between blood and cells or tissue of the body. Now how the open in open circulation, how the exchange of material? The exchange of material now which is directly between blood and cell or the tissue of the body. Now in open circulation, now the generally the blood flow with low pressure. Is it clear how the blood flow? Now in open circulation, the blood flow with low pressure. Then again, in open circulation, the blood which does not contain the respiratory pigment, that is known as the hemoglobin. Is it clear? Now within the those animals, they show the open circulation. Within this place, the blood which does not contain the respiratory pigment. Now here, that means in open circulation, the blood which does not transport the respiratory gases. Now these are the characteristics of open circulation. Examples of open circulation, now that is the invertebrate like arthropods, now annelida, arthropods, cockroach. Is it clear? And now within the annelida, different types of animals. Now these are the examples of the open circulation. Once again, what are the characteristics? What is meant by first open circulation? Open circulation, that means the blood flow through the body cavity, or the circulation of blood through the body cavity. This body cavity, that is called as the hemocoats. Secondly, in the open circulation, the visceral organ or body organ, now they lie or they bath in the blood filled cavity. Another characters of open circulation, now in this case, the blood which does not directly contact with the cell or the tissue of the body. Next characters, now exchange of material. In this case, the exchange of material takes place between the blood and the cell and body tissue directly. Yes, how? In this case, the exchange of material which is directly takes place between the blood and the cell or body tissue. Another characters of open circulation, now in this case, generally the blood which does not contain the respiratory pigment, that is called as the hemoglobin. And now another characters of this open circulation, now generally the blood does not transport the gases. And now examples of these open circulation, that is the invertebrate, in which the arthropoda, annelids, for example cockroach, then different types of insect and etc. Now next circulation, that is the closed circulation. What is meant by closed circulation? Now closed circulation, that means the blood is circulated through the closed network of blood vessels. Yes, how the blood circulated or how the blood is flow? The blood is flow through the, now just like the blood is flow through the closed network of blood vessels. Now that is called as the closed circulation. Now in this case, the now the visceral organ or the body parts, now they does not lie in the body filled cavity or they does not bath in the blood. Another characters, now in this case, within the closed circulation, the blood which does not directly contact with the cell and the body tissue of the body. Next characters of closed circulation, now the exchange of material, now which is takes place through the intermediate fluid, that is called as the lymph. Lymph, that is the interstitial fluid. Actually it is similar to the blood, except now the RBCs and some proteins are absent within the lymph. Now that is the fluid which is present in between the tissue, that is called as the lymph. Yes, how the exchange of material? The exchange of material takes place. Yes, how? Within the or between the interstitial fluid. Next, in this case, now this blood which contain the respiratory pigment that is called as the hemoglobin. That's what. Now these blood which contain the respiratory pigment that is called as the hemoglobin. Yes, you know the hemoglobin which carry the oxygen. Then next, the blood which transport the gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide and etc. And example of closed circulation. Now all vertebrates. What are the example? All vertebrates. Then higher arthropoda. Not arthropoda, higher annelids, mollusk and etc. These are the example of the closed circulation, all vertebrate. Now in this case the class Pisces, then amphibia, class Eos, reptilia, mammalia, also including human being. Is it clear? Now that is the examples of the closed circulation. Once again, yes, what are the characteristics of closed circulation? Define closed circulation. The circulation of blood through the closed network of blood vessels. That means the blood which does not come out from the blood vessels, and hence the visceral organ or these body parts, they does not lie or they does not bath in the blood filled cavity, that is हिमोपोस. जसं याच्यामध्ये ते बाथ होतात आहे त्याच्यामध्ये राहतात आहे. दुसरं याच्यामध्ये now the blood pressure is a clear in closed circulation, the flow of blood with high blood pressure. Is it clear how the flow of blood? The flow of blood with high pressure. याच्यामध्ये the flow of blood with low pressure. Then now the within the closed circulation, the blood now which is not directly contact with the cell or the body of the tissue. How the exchange of material? The exchange of material now which is occurs or which is takes place between the interstitial fluid or through the interstitial fluid. Then now here the blood which is not directly contact with the cell and the body tissue. Then the blood which contain the respiratory pigment, that is called as the hemoglobin. And now in this case, now the blood which helps for the transport of gases. And now example, all vertebrates and annelids. समजा तुम्हाला जर हा व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल तर हा व्हिडिओ आपण सबस्क्राईब करायचा, आपल्या मित्रांना सुद्धा सबस्क्राईब करायचं सांगायचं, ज्यामुळे आपण जे काही 12वीचे संपूर्ण चॅप्टर बायोलॉजीचे अपलोड करणार आहे ते तुम्ही तुमचे मित्र पाहू शकतात. पुढचा भाग क्लोज सर्क्युलेशन पुढच्या ह्याला पाहू.